Hi everyone, it's Scott here from That's English School 英語研究プロジェクトよくある間違いを分析します。日本語を英語に直訳すると大丈夫な時と大丈夫じゃない時もありますよね。今回の I like burned fish がですね、それ英語の人が聞いたらこの人頭大丈夫かなと思っちゃうかもしれません。ゆっくりと解説していきたいと思います。Let's get cooking! First, let's look at the problem. I like burned fish. I like burned fish. I've heard this rather a lot in my English lessons over the years, and I think it's time to set the record straight. It's not always about fish. I've also heard, I went to the burned meat restaurant. I burned some cookies for Valentine's Day. My grandmother died. We burned her body yesterday. It all sounds so awful in English. Let's investigate more deeply about the proper use of the verb burn. If you can master this one, it's one tiny step closer to becoming a better English speaker. So why do so many people use the verb burn in such an inappropriate way? Well, everyone is starting off with the Japanese verb yaku. For starters, I think we need to check the Japanese English dictionary just to see what it says, because I think this is the cause of the problem. Aha! The very first word is burn. As we can see from the other expressions, the verb yaku is used for a house fire, cooking food, getting a suntan, pottery, and even photographs. Wow, now that is a super useful verb. But what does the verb burn mean in English? Well, basically two things. Moyasu, like in a big fire. My house burned down. Kogeru, like when you overcook something. You've burned the toast again. We can't eat that. Are you starting to get a better feel for the English word burn? It's a pretty dramatic verb and not one to be used lightly. So let's put the original sentence back on the screen. There it is. I like burned fish.
Oh, gross.
Okay, let's break this down into three sections. Cooking food, funerals, and at the beach. First, let's talk about cooking food. For fish or meat, we use the verb grill, grilled fish, or grilled chicken. For larger cuts of meat, we use the verb roast, roast beef, a whole roast chicken, or roast pork. It's not used so much for fish. For bread and cookies, you use the verb bake, bake some cookies. Bake an apple pie. You can also use bake for pottery. It's baked in a special oven called a kiln. Now let's talk about a kind of a sensitive area. The first time I heard someone use the verb burn for a human body, I was so shocked. It's a really terrible translation. It sounds like a murder and is very disrespectful. Please take care with this one. We use the verb cremate. My grandmother was cremated yesterday. We had a cremation for my grandmother. It was held at the crematorium. One more use is when your skin changes color in the sun. If you say, I burned my skin, it sounds like you might need to go to the hospital. What you really want to say is, I got a suntan. Sounds so much better. Let's take a look at 5 example sentences. The first one is this. My friend burned his hand on the heater. He had 3rd-degree burns. Burn is often used for accidents with hot things and fire. Oh, damn and blast! I've gone and burned the toast again. Actually, I was brought up on burned toast. I actually quite like it.
Should we grill the chicken or just roast it?
Let's roast it. It'll be nice and juicier that way. Oh, you can't beat a nice bit of roast chicken now, can you? The smoke from the crematorium gives me the willies. To give someone the willies makes them feel scared and uncomfortable, almost like a ghost is in the room. Does this go in the burnable or non-burnable trash? So burnable is set on fire. Non-burnable is recycled in some way. It's kind of complicated. If you'd like to improve your English even more, please click on this playlist and you can see more videos like this, 英語研究 project. Okay? I'll see you over there. Let's go.